Hey, have you heard? The good folks from Farnham are giving away a gorgeous, decked-out Farnham 75th Anniversary John Deere Gator filled with $1,000 worth of Farnham Horse Care products. Visit www.farnham.com/75-giveaway to see the prizes and enter for a chance to win. Again, that is www.farnham.com/75-giveaway. Happy 75th anniversary, Farnham. Thank you for always being our partner in horse care.
This is Chelsea Schaefer, and this is Season 4 of The Score. You all have listened to this podcast 750,000 times, and we are here in Season 4 to bring you even more of what you love.
Holy cow! Were you guys paying any attention to what was happening in Las Vegas over October 27th to the 29th, 2021? If you weren't, it was amazing. The Women's Rodeo World Championship was going on, and ropers were crowned. So today on this episode of The Short Score, you're going to get to hear from Lari Dee Guy and Jimmi Jo Montera and Shelby Boisjoli. They were big winners. So first, we're going to start off with Lari Dee Guy and Jimmi Jo Montera, who picked up a Women's Rodeo World Championship team roping world title. Lari Dee Guy, who was inducted in the Cowgirl Hall of Fame on October 26th, and her longtime partner, Jimmi Jo Montera, turned in the fastest run of the week in the final round of the Women's Rodeo World Championship with a 5 and 95 second run to win the event, earning them each $60,000. Man, that's a big payday, and it's what better than to watch two team roping legends dominate. So enjoy this interview with Lari Dee Guy and Jimmi Jo Montera. I've been saying it all night with all these podcast interviews I've been doing, and I am so excited that all you guys won. Everyone did phenomenal, but I am sitting here with Lari Dee Guy and Jimmi Jo Montera. You guys are the Women's Rodeo World Champion team roping champions. Holy cow.
That's kind of what we said.
Yeah, right? Like, why didn't you throw your hat?
Well, I wanted to kind of throw it just because Whitney was wanting to throw hers when she did really good right before we went. So I just had to do it because of that.
Yeah, if everyone wants to see the video, we have it posted on Team Roping Journal, and Lari Dee does take her hat off and start pumping.
And I will say that my friend Justin made it for me for the Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah.
And I wore it there, and it's kind of yeah. I didn't want to throw it on the ground.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. And Jimmi Jo, heel shots for days. Oh. What did that run feel like in that final round?
It actually felt well, that was obviously our best steer. We did outdraw him in the short round, and it felt really. It didn't feel that fast, but he was just a good steer and steady.
Was consistent.
Yeah, I was just happy to get him.
And that's what I was talking to Shelby Boisjoli about it, and she said that team roping, it wasn't just some all-girl team roping. Like, it was tough in that final round. You guys were knocking them down. Lari Dee, tell me about the head side. You know, what were you thinking backing in the box to rope your last steer?
Just to do my job, because I knew my partner would. If I gave her a good chance, then I knew that she would do her job. And when I backed in there, I knew we had a good steer that Whitney and Hope had him the round before, and so I knew him pretty well. And I wanted to hit the start and just do my job. And it's like she said, we drew a great steer, and it just felt like a practice run. Like it was just it just worked. It worked out really good.
5-second practice run.
Yeah, but the start was pretty quick. But it was
and she nailed the start.
Yeah.
That was the key right there.
Yeah.
I feel like it didn't seem tricky. I can't say because I wasn't down there by the boxes, but it didn't seem tricky, but at the same time it was.
If the steer was true, you were good. But
Yeah.
some of them weren't as true, so
And we had someone in pushing him.
Yep.
Like inside the chute pushing him, and so he stood really good at the front, and when the gates opened, he pushed. I mean, when he went through the gates, then It was fair game then.
Game on.
Yeah.
Game on. And what about the semifinals, getting to that final round?
I like that steer too.
Yeah, he was good. Like, I don't know if we could have won the round on him compared to, but he was dang sure probably the second best one we had.
Yeah, he was a good steer.
Yeah.
And were you guys, getting to the finals, were you seeded? How, what was it getting through the qualifiers? Just practice runs for you guys, wasn't it?
Yeah, we were seeded for the semifinals, but, you always want to rope good.
Still do good.
We do. Try to win as much as you can. Or, and just kind of get in a rhythm instead of just waiting until Friday to rope.
Yeah, we had tough steers in the first couple rounds that, we made it pretty tough. But the two rounds that really counted for us, we drew the best two steers, so that really helped.
That helped a lot.
Yeah.
And Lari Dee, you're coming off of such an awesome week, too. You were just inducted into the Cowgirl Hall of Fame.
Yep.
This week is insane.
Yeah, I mean, that just shows, the world how blessed I am. I mean, just how fortunate I am to be able to do what I do. And I said that was the biggest honor I've ever received in my life, was getting inducted to the Cowgirl Hall of Fame, and then now we win the team roping here and have a great week here. And I mean, it's just, I'm just very, very blessed.
Yeah. And Jimmi Jo, everyone knows Jimmi Jo Montera. You don't go to a jackpot and all the little girls are turning their heads when you back in the box. What makes
she said that earlier. She said that I was one of her heroes, but she doesn't know that she was one of mine first, I remember going to the college finals and knowing who Jimmi Jo Montera was. And then she went ahead and made a statement that she was there.
Yeah. What goes into that? You are so clutch on the hillside and always.
I'll tell you, I have an amazing husband who turns a lot of steers for me, because I like to think I'm a quick learner, but I don't think I am. But I'm persistent. I am determined. So, and my husband he will turn steer after steer, and we love to rope together. So that's kind of a blessing in itself.
Yeah, and you have a pretty wicked little paint horse.
Yeah,
that came from Shay Carroll.
Yeah, I kind of lucked into that deal. I actually bought him after my back fusion, and I couldn't ride. And Shay called, and he was going to Hedden, and he's like, "I know you always liked him," and I'm like, "Yeah, but I can't actually walk right now." And so I'm like, "Well, is he smooth?" Yeah. No buck. I'm like, all right. So I bought him without. I knew the horse. I mean, he'd been at the house, but I never got on him, and he's been fun. He's been a real blessing to me. I don't know, for some reason he just clicks with me. I don't know if the top guys that probably think he's a world beater, but he's been a real blessing to me.
No, he's been awesome.
Yeah. He's got a really cool personality too, to be around.
No, that helps.
Yeah,
that definitely helps. And Lari Dee, I know Shay used to come to the house a lot.
Yeah.
Did you ever get to ride John Wayne? Or?
Yeah, I did, and then I think it was James Six had him, before that, and I've known that horse a long time, and I was really glad to see that she got him, because he was such a cool horse.
Yeah, no, that's cool to see him go through such good hands.
And I think that I was teasing Shay, I forgot to transfer the papers, and I was just gonna porch it, but he showed up, and so I'm like, "Hey, you gonna sign him?" He's like, "Oh," I said, "Yeah, he don't like you near as much as he likes me." He's like, "I know that." I'm like, "Okay." So.
Oh my gosh.
So, yeah, it was a fortunate deal.
Yeah, and Lari Dee, you're on Greed.
Yeah.
That horse is phenomenal. Coming off of the futurities too, and you go and take him to this event.
Yeah, I picked him up the day after the futurity and rode him a day and headed out here. But riding behind Trevor Brazil you know what they're going to feel like. I mean, they always feel great. They're never hard. They always feel light. They're easy to ride, and I mean, he did a great job with him. I said it's pretty neat that I'd like to see what that horse won this year. He's
put all the money together.
Yeah, it'd be kind of cool to see.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'm gonna do that. I bet Chelsea and I
bet she knows it.
She probably does know. So $60,000 per lady. What's that gonna do for you guys right now?
It's hard to wrap your head around. I've never got to run for that kind of money. Well, the World Series finale, but just kind of it's just, I was talking to Bobby earlier before the rodeo. I said, if I don't get a chance to thank you, but thank you for doing this, because it is so huge compared to what we used to go for. And it's kind of mind-boggling.
Yeah. No, definitely. What about you, LD?
No, and I said it in the interview out there that they're the first ones to give us that chance. You know, I mean, they gave us the opportunity to, I guess it was Chicago, we did it, you know, there for the 50,000, and, you know, they've come on and gave girls, I mean, they added, $750,000 to a women's finals.
Yeah.
You know, it's
That's
just
insane.
unbelievable, and I'm just grateful and thankful for them, you know, for doing this and giving us that opportunity. And it's like she said, the women's events back, you know, even before us and when we started, we didn't rope for anything like this. You know, at the WPRA finals this year, I think it's added like 5,000 per event, which we're thankful for that. But like they had 750,000 added here.
Yeah. No, it's insane. And Lari Dee, you didn't just have a $60,000 week. You also placed in the breakaway.
I did.
Holy
I did.
cow.
Yeah.
Talk about your breakaway runs.
Well, not fast enough. You know,
Not
those
when
young
you and Madison Uthi are in there.
not when you have those young girls in there. But you know, it felt good, and it's a good confidence booster going into the to the NFR next month, and well, I guess a month and a couple days. But you know, it's just it was fun. You know, it's fun to go that fast. That's what I said. I'm fortunate. I had a great week. Great week.
No, that's awesome. And your whole rig is bringing home a ton of money.
I had a good rig out here.
Yeah.
I had Shelby Boisjoli in there, and Hope Thompson, and myself, and Shady. I think she was one hole out of making it back to the semifinals.
Which you healed on Shady's horse,
I did.
Rio. Yeah.
Yeah, I did. And
That was awesome.
yeah, he's a great horse, and I said I caught way more than I should. So.
Oh my gosh. No, LD, you're a legend. Don't say that. And Jimmi Jo, have you been entering a lot of these events, or?
I've been going down to Texas.
Yeah.
They're just not. I nominate where I can and go, but yeah, I've kind of been trying to get to Texas and go to the bigger ones, and where the more points. But yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah. Is this your new jam? I mean, I know we always used to go to the Wildfire and the U.S. finals, and they were like, is this the new thing for you?
I kind of think it kind of, whenever, just because the simple fact I can nominate World Series, like where my husband and the points count and stuff. But I think it's awesome.
It's a great fit.
It is.
We get to nominate everywhere we go.
Yeah.
Or anywhere we want to nominate.
Yeah.
So it's a great fit. They have, and they're spreading out. I think their events that are like the ones with the expanded points and all that. They're trying to have a couple in Oklahoma, maybe one in California. They might even have one here in Vegas. Like they're trying to spread them out where they're not all just in kind of one area. So I think that'll help a lot of the girls all over. So.
I do.
Yeah.
I think people will be more apt to.
No, they're doing big things for women.
Yeah.
It's exciting to see.
It
They
is. Kind of wish I was like 18 again.
No, you guys are the legends, and you guys are still taking names. So that's awesome.
It's been a fun day.
It has.
Oh, man. Well, I'm not going to hold you guys any longer. I'm sure you guys need to go gamble or something. We're in Vegas.
Go to bed.
Go to bed. Congratulations, you guys. That
you.
was so much fun to watch tonight.
Thank you for that.
Appreciate it.
Congratulations again to Lari Dee Guy and Jimmi Jo Montera on their awesome Women's Rodeo World Championship Team Roping World title. Now, you're going to get to hear a little interview with the Women's Rodeo World Championship All-Around champion, Shelby Boisjoli. The Canadian Cowgirl secured the Women's Rodeo World Championship All-Around title with team roping and breakaway roping points, taking top honors at the event. Shelby, who won second in the breakaway roping, worth $20,000 itself with a 2.02 second run, and fourth in the team roping with 11 and 56 second run, because unfortunately they slipped a leg, but they still had a pretty good finish. She ended her week with a 120.75 point lead on Whitney DeSalvo, who is also her team roping partner, giving her a total of 1,493.5 points to earn herself that all-around title and a $20,000 bonus. Shelby left the South Point Arena with a whopping $56,966.67 to her name. So that is awesome. She's, getting ready for the national finals of breakaway roping in December, and she cracked back out in the team roping, so you're going to get to hear all about her team roping on this podcast. So enjoy! Holy cow, Shelby. You just had a phenomenal week in Las Vegas for the Women's Rodeo World Championship and won the all-around title. Did you think you had a shot? There were so many of you that had a shot at winning that.
No, and honestly, I was just having fun healing the whole time. I guess that's probably why it worked out, because we didn't stress about it. But we were literally just having fun, and then all of a sudden we were like, holy smokes, we have a chance here. Real chance right here. So.
Yeah. And what people, I don't feel like people really realize it because they see you on the breakaway stage all the time. They don't realize, you did heal a lot growing up. Right? That was, one of your main things?
Yeah, and it was really cool for me because I spent hours and hours and hours, and I've healed so many steers growing up, and I haven't had a whole lot of success in the team roping, and I was always waiting for that big breakthrough. Mm-hmm. And 2 years later, I hadn't picked up a heel rope. 2 years later, Whitney DeSalvo calls me to heel for, and I just told myself, this could be it. You've put in the hours and hours and hours, and I'm so glad that it paid off. It felt really good.
Yeah, you guys had a phenomenal run. And you had the highest ranked girl healer heading for you. That was insane.
Yeah, and it was so fun. And she put me on her great horse, Becky, and Becky made it so easy. She's such a good horse. So I was grateful to Whitney.
Becky.
Yeah.
Oh, I was trying to figure out what heel horse that was.
Yes, Becky.
Yeah, Becky is ranked.
She's awesome. She's won a lot of money.
Yeah. So did you get to practice on Becky before coming here, or you just jumped on?
I jumped on, and we rocked on with it. She told me Becky was going to want to get to the inside a little bit, and I said, perfect. So we went at him.
Ready.
Yeah.
And so break down that final round in the team roping.
So the final round in the team roping, Whitney and I had the exact same game plan we had every time. We were just going to go at the steers and have fun. And, the steer just went left a little bit and healed the steer, had 2 feet, and Whitney just got to the wall and wasn't able to pull him anymore. And I fumbled my dally a little bit and slipped a leg. But, we were just grateful, and it was so awesome watching that final round. It was so intense, and the girls were turning in some great times, so it didn't matter how it went. We were just so pumped.
No,
it was
that
awesome.
Was literally fun team roping.
Yeah, it was
I
so
loved
fun.
watching it.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, and so a lot of the girls tie on.
Yeah.
You're unique. You weren't tied on.
Yeah.
What, do you like to dally? What's your take on tying on versus dallying?
A lot of people have a lot of different takes on it, and there's a lot of guys that say, shoot, if they would let me tie on, I would.
Yep.
But I feel like if they're going to let women tie on and they're not going to let men tie on because they think that we need some sort of advantage or handicap, screw that. I'm going to dally.
You heard Shelby. Oops. Sorry, episode got cut off early. If you want to finish the rest of Shelby's interview, you're going to have to head over to the Breakaway Breakdown podcast, which you can listen to anywhere you listen to podcasts out, to listen to the rest of her interview. So go check them out. Hit that subscribe button for more, because there's a ton of great content that they are going to be bringing you. But thank you guys for listening to this episode of The Short Score, and stick around because we got more awesome stuff coming up in the few coming weeks.